Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NIO, NIO Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So here we are with NIO actually going in the other direction. I mean, we have not seen NIO do such a thing since the last announcement of the short selling. And here we are now with NIO rising to the peak and missing the $60 mark and falling back in this direction. I would love to see your guys' thoughts on this. I did a video yesterday explaining why most EV companies were doing this, but it wasn't just EV companies. It was also Chinese in general, due to the fact that the House of Representatives is about to pass a bill on, and they need to pick that by the end of this week, I think, on passing the removal and delisting of Chinese companies if they don't comply. Now, I did state in the video, which is very important to keep in mind, and I think what's going on is a lot of institutional investors or overall investors in general are running away from this due to fear and uncertainty. And then if the whole entire graph is doing this effect, going in this direction, people are just running out. They're like, okay, I'm clocking out. I'm taking my profits. It's going to take 3 years, right, for them to be removed. If they don't comply within 3 years of being audited and so forth, on the 3rd year, they'll be removed. So that's not a big deal. I mean, if this is a real company, if this is a real deal, if this is delivering real cars, this is not the same thing as candy. That's another thing that a lot of investors are confusing each company with candy. Candy is one thing and NIO is another thing. NIO has expanded outwards to Europe. NIO has actually delivered cars and shown numbers and revenue. But beyond the candy situation and also the bill being passed on removal and delisting Chinese companies that don't comply, I believe that this is just profit taking. It was bound to happen. I mean, it was such a beautiful run for 6 months, literally for the second half of the year. I mean, it was bound to happen. I mean, we've seen a lot of profit taking, but this is the most significant amount of profit taking that we've seen in a while for NIO, and NIO is certainly showing that. So mixed in with profit taking and fear and uncertainty, I could see why this is going in this direction. But I do want every single investor to know that NIO up to this point has not given any red flags of not being a worthwhile invested company. Like, this is something that when you're putting your money into it, it seems legit so far. It could change tomorrow. I could be wrong. But so far it's delivered real numbers, real cars, and real innovation. So if you want to remove all the uncertainty and fear mixed in this, okay, I'll call this some profit taking. But we'll see how far this goes, because it's been pretty significant so far. I believe, like I stated yesterday as well, that this needs to kind of level off somewhere around this point. I stated that yesterday, around this point, because this is the most wildest up and down bullish run that I've seen NIO do. And previously to this, all year round, it was actually having consolidation periods. And I stated that yesterday in the video as well, before each next run. That's very important stuff to keep in mind, because this run was pretty wild. So I think that it's going to kind of find a happy medium somewhere around this area and start a consolidation period from that point forward. Now, if it breaks through these lowest points here, which is close to like $38, and it goes any more lower, then that's more than just profit taking. This is probably fear, uncertainty, and some other negative catalysts leading towards NIO's fall. So we need to see. We need to watch this closely. We need to make sure what is going on with the chart, because this is the wildest that NIO has acted since the end of October And also since the middle of November, all of this has been pretty crazy. I mean, this run up, okay, it was kind of steady, but this has been pretty wild stuff here. So let's see here what's important for tomorrow. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments and thoughts down below. So we have some numbers to see here. So the next support level after this support level, if it gets broken through, would be down here at this point at 42.46. It was touched twice. If you want to just round it up to 42.50, it was touched twice. That's our next support level if the support level we're about to talk about gets broken through. So I want every single investor to be on the same page and be aware of that. But let's look at this closely. We have our resistance and support. If resistance gets broken through, it does not signify that the bulls have gained control. I want you guys to be aware of that. And our 50-day moving average is up here at 50.18. Super important number. Jumps around. It doesn't land exactly on it. But to be exact, it's 50.18. That needs to be broken through for the bulls to start to gain control and work their way up to newer highs. If they break through this 50-day moving average, our next point of reference is up here at 52.13 to start pulling away and reaching newer highs. So let's see here what is going on for tomorrow. We're currently at 45.09 and our next support level is 44.04. If 44.04 gets broken through, this is on its way to newer lows and it's going to pull further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So we need to watch this closely. If 44.04 gets broken through, watch how fast it's moving to newer lows and how significant the change is becoming. Because if 44.04 gets broken through, we are getting deeper into bearish territory, pulling further away from the 50-day moving average, and we're already in bearish territory, so that just means we're going much more lower to newer lows and new support levels. So we need to watch the behavior of this stock and how quickly is it moving to newer lows. As I stated earlier, your next support level would be 42.50 to watch the behavior and what's going on in between this support and the next support. Now, on the other hand, we have what the bulls want. As I stated earlier as well, this does not signify that the bulls have gained control. They need to break through the 50-day moving average, and they got a long stretch. But 46.17 is an indicator for us investors to know where this is heading, and if that gets turned into a support, this could be on its way to newer highs. So 46.17 needs to be broken through by the bulls and turn into a support to start the catalyst to start to work their way up to newer resistance levels, newer highs, and getting closer to their goal, which is the 50-day moving average. So we need to break through this, but it does not signify that the bulls have gained control. That's just an indicator for us investors to know where this is possibly heading. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.